Big up to everyone. What is happening? The Liverpool Prophet back again with another match preview. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope we are all good. So, going to be looking ahead today and previewing the Paris Saint-Germain versus Liverpool game that will be taking place tomorrow in France at the Parc des Princes. So, the Champions League quarterfinals are here. And the first leg, we actually go away from home. So, if there's any positives to take, we have a second leg of this game, of this tie, should I say, at Anfield. Other than that, there's not much positives going into this game. We know that. It's a dark period for us, and this is probably going to be a tough, rough afternoon, evening, tomorrow, and a rough two legs over the whole tie. But yeah, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and feelings ahead of tomorrow's game. I'm going to give you guys my predicted starting 11, and I'm going to be giving you guys, of course, my score prediction at the end of the video as well. So do drop a like on the video, people. It does help a lot. Do sub to the channel as well. I did recently get over 700 subs, so I appreciate every single one of you who has done that. But yeah, appreciate that, man. So if you can sub, it's much appreciated. Do, of course, turn notifications on as well, so you know whenever future content drops too. And having said that, people, let's just get straight into the talking points of the game. So, Paris Saint-Germain versus Liverpool. Okay, we'll start with last season then. So both of our clubs, our retrospective clubs, met each other in the Champions League last season as well. Paris Saint-Germain versus Liverpool in the round of 16 took place. Same circumstances. We were at home, second leg, away, first leg. And to be fair, circumstances are different in how both teams are as well. Currently, Paris Saint-Germain had a bit of a rough start to the season, struggling a little bit in the French league. In the Champions League, weren't doing too well at the beginning, but in the round of 16 and since then, they have really kicked on and gotten back to the levels they were at last season. Liverpool, overall, the campaign this season in the Prem has been shambolic. Shambolic exit in the FA Cup on Saturday. Shambolic exit in the Carabao Cup at the beginning of the year. It's been shambolic all around. But last season, we were the team. You know, we were very, very, very solid last season. Top of the table in all competitions going into this game against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain at the time were a decent side. We didn't know they were going to go on to be European champions, of course. But they weren't what they are now, should I say. So we met each other in the round of 16 last season. I'll be honest, Paris Saint-Germain absolutely hammered us in that game. That game last season, the first leg when we won 1-0, they were much the better side. They dominated us completely. 27 shots I think they had on target. Didn't concede a single one, though. Or didn't score a single one, should I say. They were dominant. They had a lot of the ball. They had about 71% of the ball to Liverpool's 29%. We had to suffer that game. We really had to suffer in terms of surrendering the ball. They controlled it. They had the most of the possession. Like I said, they dictated the game, controlled the game, being the home team. And Liverpool it was one of those performances where we see a lot in the Champions League where one team is defensively solid, the other team has the ball. But then the team with the ball doesn't take their chances. And the team without the ball gets one chance in their bag. And that's pretty much how the game went last season when we played them. They had all the possession. They were playing the pretty football. We were kind of sitting in, playing on the counter, waiting for that perfect moment. And for all the possession they had, they didn't make nothing count, did they? They didn't make nothing count. We had one chance at the end of the game. Harvey Elliott wins it for us because he's clinical. And that's the difference sometimes, you know. You don't always have to play the pretty football to win. Sometimes playing the ugly football can get you through. And granted, over two legs, we didn't go through. They came to Anfield, won 1-0. Aggregate 1-1, went to extra time, went to penalties. Liverpool, unfortunately, were knocked out. But I have to say, last time around, they were the better side over two legs. And they deservedly went to. Alisson played out of his skin in that Champions League round of 16 tie last season, especially the first leg. He was absolutely immense, made save after save after save, keeping us in it, dropping an all-time goalkeeping performance in the UCL and in general as well. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. If Ali wasn't in goal last season, we'd probably lose that game 5-6-0. Genuinely, we probably lose that game 5 or 6-0 if it wasn't for Ali. His brilliance, and he just showed, in my opinion, in that game why he is the best goalkeeper in the world. I hear the Courtois shouts and that, I genuinely do, but for me, being a Liverpool supporter, I'm always going to back Ali when it comes to that. But again, Courtois is fantastic as well. We know how good he is. But yeah, they were the better side. Ultimately, they went through over the two legs, deservingly so as well. And For me, PSG last season when we went out is the tipping point. That's where everything started to go wrong for us and for Slot. And I think that's when it started, and now it's continued up until now. And we meet each other again. We meet each other again. On paper, we have a much more talented squad than we did last season. They also made a couple of additions in the summer. They weren't having a great campaign. Like I said, they were struggling early on in the campaign, struggling in the UCL group format earlier, not group format, the table thing earlier. But then just look at what Paris Saint-Germain did to Chelsea in the round of 16, especially the home leg. They absolutely trounced Chelsea, man. Chelsea couldn't get a sniff, didn't have a sniff. 5-2 in that first leg. They went to Stamford Bridge and won 3-0. They walked Chelsea like a dog. Genuinely, they destroyed them. Destroyed them clean. Didn't have a sniff. I think it was 8-2 on aggregate, was it? Pathetic, absolutely pathetic from a Chelsea perspective. But from a Paris Saint-Germain perspective, it just shows that they got their mojo back, doesn't it? Shows that they got their mojo back and they're ready to go again and compete and show everyone why they are the European champions and why they are going to try and retain this Champions League title. So just look what they did to Chelsea. And Chelsea, in my opinion, they're around the same. I say the same. They're in the same position as we are in the league, going for top 5. Again, very hit and miss. 1 week you win, 1 week you lose, 1 week you draw. Very similar to us. And look at how they just got dealt with over 2 legs. Paris Saint-Germain didn't even have to break a sweat. Genuinely. Going to their ground and winning 3-0 as well. Wow. And that concerns me going into this game because we're no better than Chelsea this season. This season, we are not much better than Chelsea. We're just as inconsistent than them, if not more inconsistent. So we're no better than them. And now they're going to play us. So it has potential to be a long evening for us, genuinely. It genuinely has potential to be a long evening for us. The only saving grace I have, people, going into this game, the only confidence I have is the fact that in the Champions League this season, we've stepped up and we've played well when we needed to. Bar the 2 games against Galatasaray, the round of 16 first leg a couple of weeks ago, and when we played them at the beginning of the season back in September. Bar them games, October, sorry, when we played them at the beginning of the season in October. Bar those 2 and the PSV Eindhoven game at home. Our Champions League results have been good on paper. So you've beaten Atletico Madrid, beaten Inter Milan, beaten Real Madrid, dispatched of Galatasaray second leg at home, beat Karabakh 6-0, beat Marseille 3-0. So our results in the UCL have been good. They've been solid, and they can't really say they haven't been. But I also look at it from a perspective of we haven't played no one of note. Atletico Madrid are not what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Real Madrid at the time they played us were in a big crisis moment. They weren't playing good. Let's be honest. They were in a big issue. So we played them at the right time and won. Inter Milan going away to Inter and winning. Inter just aren't that team no more. They're not very good either. Marseille again. The way they play, you're always going to get loads of space against them. And Galatasaray only a threat really at home. Galatasaray for me are only a threat at their ground. You saw what happened to them when they went away from home against Juventus, and when they came to Anfield, they completely crumbled and surrendered. So while our performances in the UCL have been good, we haven't really played no one of note. This is PSG rocking into town. This ain't Galatasaray or Karabakh, or no disrespect to them teams, but this is Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League holders, now rocking up. This is really where we could get shown up, in my opinion. I genuinely feel this is where we could end up getting shown up, and I hope I'm wrong, but it is what it is. We held 4 at City at the weekend, people. We held 4 goals at Manchester City against a City side that aren't great. Come on, they've been average for most of the season, and they scored 4 past us. This is an informed Paris Saint-Germain team. Do you think I'm confident? If City scored 4, they're going to get 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely not confident. Good news is, injury-wise, we're not looking too bad. Everyone's available. Alexander Isak is also available for this game, people. Granted, he won't make much of a difference. I doubt he'll make much of a difference. I'll be very surprised if he does, but he's available. Isak will most likely be on the bench, and he's someone that we can look to maybe if we need something in the game. Do I see him making much of an impact, having just come back from an injury? A long-term one as well? Not really. Not really. But nonetheless, the important thing is he's healthy again. He's back available. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That is a good thing. So if he's called upon, if he's needed, we have him on the bench. Slot will not start with him. Slot would be absolutely mental to start with Isak tomorrow. It will be Ekitike starting. But if we need a bit of magic, let's hope he can come on and potentially give us something. You know what I'm saying? So Isak's back available. Everyone else is available too, other than the long-term injuries that we know of. Not Ali for the game, which worries me because Ali saved our bacon in this game last season. Without him now, it worries me. Van Dijk and Konate were getting bullied by Haaland last time out. They got absolutely bullied by Haaland on Saturday. Now we're coming up against Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Dembele. It could be a big issue. And with Mohamed Ashfili in goal, being shaky, not confident at all. How do I see the game going? I think, again, it will be similar to last season. I don't think we can go there and play. I don't think we can go there and be how we want to be. I don't think we can go there and try and dictate possession and play it to them. If we try and go and play, they could end up smoking us because defensively we're very fragile and weak. So I think we're going to have to do the whole thing where we surrender the ball. At home, Paris Saint-Germain, for me, are the best team in the world when it comes to keeping possession and retaining it. They are so good on the ball. So I expect them to have the majority of possession tomorrow. I don't think that's an issue. They're home as well. So I think they'll have about 65% of it to 70%. They'll dictate the game, control it, being the home side. For us, it's going to be about, can we be defensively deep, compact, and can we take our chances when we get them, like we did last season. So we're not going to have much of the ball, but when we do have the ball, can we be smart with the ball? And can we get into positions to hurt them? And can we take our chances as well? Because they're going to have majority of possession. They're going to have a lot of chances. We're going to have to be defensively solid. And when we have the ball, be smart with it and take our chances when they come. That's what needs to happen. Will that happen, though? Remains to be seen, I guess, right? Remains to be seen. Yeah. Not confident, though, going into this game. There's talks about Slot being in the danger. I've always been saying that Slot will go in the summer. I've been confident in saying he goes in the summer. But from what I'm reading, if we get badly beat over 2 legs here, the club might just end up making the change before the end of the season. If they do, again, it's a good thing because we've got harder games coming up after this in the league that we need to be up for and we need points in. So this could spell the end for Slot. It's a big game for the club. And it's our only last chance of a trophy. This is all we got now. Out of the FA Cup, out of everything else. This is all we've got. This is all we've got. And I'm nervous as hell. I'm nervous as hell going into this game and this tie against the Paris Saint-Germain side that are in form. Could be a long evening. But I'm going to give you guys my predicted starting 11 for the game, people. What team I think will take to the pitch. And then after that, of course, I will give you guys my score prediction as well. So this is the team that I've gone with, people, as you can see. This is the team that I have gone with. If I just skip that. Oh, my God. These ads do my head in, man. I swear down. They do my head in. Get lost. Get lost. There we go, people. Apologies for that. So this is the team that I've gone with. In goal, it will be Mohamed Ashfili. He needs to be better than he was on Saturday afternoon. That second goal that we conceded, the Haaland header, he gave Haaland so much space to aim the head in. He needs to be so much more alert and switched on there. Obviously, look, this is a big game against PSG away. I'd be so much more confident if Ali was in goal. You know what I'm saying? But he's not, and it is what it is. Hopefully, Mohamed Ashfili can step up now. Not just for this game, but for the future games coming up. We have to. Fingers crossed. Because we need him to. We need him to. Right back, I've gone with Jeremy Frimpong, people. It's a big game. I don't want to see no experimentation. I don't want to see nothing crazy. Just put Frimpong in at right back. No Soberstein, no Jones. Just do the right thing, Slot. Please, Arne. Put Frimpong in at right back and play the game normal. Don't overcomplicate stuff, please. We can't afford to do it against Paris Saint-Germain away. Can't. Centre-back pairing Virgil and Ibu. It's got to be them, no matter who. Unfortunately, we don't have the options to rotate. They were terrible on Saturday. They're going to have to be much better. If we aren't up for it defensively, if them two aren't up for it, Dembele, Doué and Kvaratskhelia are going to have an absolute field day against both of our centre-backs. So we have to be switched on defensively. Left back, I've gone with Milos Kerkez. I'd go with Robertson for the experience and for the defensive stability as well. Kerkez, similar to Frimpong, isn't great defensively. So I'd go with Robbo, but the manager will probably go with Kerkez. And that back four worries me, people. That's the back four I think Slot goes with. And it worries me. It genuinely does, because Frimpong isn't great defensively. Neither is Kerkez. And Virgil and Ibu this season have been very hit and miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Hopefully we can be switched on, but that defense worries the hell out of me. Moving into midfield, the double pivot, I've gone with Gravenberch and McAllister. I don't want McAllister to start, people. I want it to be Jones again next to Gravenberch. But the manager's made clear that no matter what, in big games when it comes to it, he'll always pick Maka over Jones, which I don't agree with personally and I don't like, but it is what it is. You know, that midfield that they have as well is very good. You know, you got Jao Neves in there, Vitinha, Gomez as well. We could really get swarmed in the midfield. We could really get dominated with these two because Gravenberch as well hasn't been great this season, hasn't compared to last year. And Maka has just been completely off it, so he could really get dominated in that midfield tomorrow. I'd go with Jones, but the manager will go with he'll go with McAllister. So that's the double pivot. Moving up top, it'll be Mohamed Salah off the right wing. Salah was poor on oh my god, I pressed the wrong thing. Apologies, people. Sorry, apologies there. Salah was poor. Salah was absolutely terrible midweek. On the weekend, sorry, against Manchester City. I thought with the announcement having come, it'll ignite something into him and he'll want to go off on a high. How wrong was I? Another no-show from him. Another no-show. Defensively terrible. Defensively terrible. What am I on about? Attacking-wise terrible. Missed a penalty as well. That penalty miss just sums up Salah this season and it sums up Liverpool as a whole this season as well. But he won't get dropped. I'm just hoping at this point now, people. That's all I'm doing. I'm just hoping that Salah can come good and show up. But I'm very, very nervous. Very, very, very nervous indeed. But he'll start. There's not a hope in how Slot benches him for this game because of who he is. Just going to hope he has to turn up or he turns up. In the 10, Dominic Szoboszlai. He's the one output. Him and Ekitike are the ones I look for as a ray of hope. I think if we can get the ball to Szoboszlai in dangerous areas up top, I think he can do something. I genuinely do. So he's going to be key, and I want to play him in the 10, where he's going to have the ball a lot high up the pitch. Moving off the left wing, I've gone with Wirtz. I don't want to see Cody Gakpo for the game. I'm sorry, I just don't. Gakpo cannot start this game. You know, he can't. We'll all go absolutely mental. Wirtz, naturally, like I said, doesn't fit the left wing, but he offers more than Gakpo does. He offers more, and Slot's made it clear he's not going to give Rio a chance, so give Wirtz another chance there. At least we'll have something. At least Wirtz might have something for their fullback, whoever's there. But no Gakpo. Please no Cody Gakpo. And then up top, I think it will be Hugo Ekitike through the centre. Isak will be available on the bench if we need someone. We can bring him on. But yeah, that's the team I've gone with. On paper, it's a solid team, people. But as we know, we've played this team before and we've gotten smoked in games. So I've not got much confidence for the game at all. Not much at all. But that's the team I've gone with. Just 22 again, people. Mohamed Ashfali in goal. Frimpong at right back. Verds and Ibu at centre back as the centre back pairing. Kirkes at left back. Gravenberch and McAllister. Midfield double pivot. Mohamed Salah off the right wing. Dominic Szoboszlai in the 10. Florian Wirtz off left. And Hugo Ekitike as the striker. So that's the team, people. That is the team. If I just take that off the screen now. Yeah. It's my thoughts on the game. My thoughts and feelings ahead of the game, sorry. And that was the team I think the manager goes with. So we come to the end of the match preview, people, and now it's time for the score prediction. Like I said, very, very minimal confidence going into this game. Very nervous of what could happen. I've gone with a 3-1 Paris Saint-Germain win. I do think they beat us 3-1. I don't think we get smoked, but I think the manner of the defeat will be bad. And I think we go out. I think this ties over after the first leg, personally. So I'm going with a 3-1 Paris Saint-Germain victory. I hope I'm wrong. Hope the team can turn up. But that's just how I feel. I have to be realistic. I'll go with a 3-1 loss. But let me know your thoughts and feelings on the game, people, down below in the comments ahead of this first leg. Let me know how you feel going into the game. Let me know your predicted starting 11. Who would you guys start tomorrow? And of course, let me know your score prediction as well in the comments section down below. We've reached the end of the video, people. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with a match reaction. And I will be live streaming the watch along for the game as well. So stay tuned for that, people. On the way out, drop a like on the vid, sub to the channel, turn notifications on for future content. And yeah, people, it's been a rough season, but we are slowly coming towards the end now. And thank God we are coming towards the end of the season because it's not been good. It's not been good for us at all. So yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Big up to you guys. Match reaction will be dropping after the game tomorrow. watch along as well will be scheduled. And yeah, big up to you all, man. Hopefully Liverpool can do something tomorrow, fingers crossed. But I say that with very, very, very little confidence. But we live to be proven wrong, I suppose, right? But yeah, catch you all in a bit. See you soon. Peace.